Hello, beautiful yogis. I am Sarah, and this is Sarah Yoga. So whether or not you've been doing yoga for a long time, or if you're brand new, this is a beginner sequence. Sometimes it's nice to come back to the beginner sequences and find that realignment again, or if you're brand new, find it for the first time. So grab your mat, find a spot, and we will go ahead and jump right in. Hey yogis, let's go ahead and start right in a stand at the top of your mat. So this would be the top of your mat, but I'm gonna face you and stand in the middle. So whether you're a beginner, yay, or have been doing this a long time, this is always nice. I always go to beginner classes to find something new. You always approach yoga like you've never done it before. There's never, a completion to it. There's never an end. There's never, I've learned everything, so I've got it. That's the great thing about it. You're always learning. So take your feet and set them right underneath your hip points here. And your hip points are your hip bones, so not the outer edges of your hips, but the bones travel right through the center, right through the ankles, and find the balls of the feet, the ball of the foot right under the pinky toe, and the ball of the foot right under the big toe, and then pick up your toes and spread your toes nice and wide. See if you can widen out the toes. Separate them, finding some control over these tiny little muscles in the toes. Keep the balls of the feet super glued down. Find the center of your heels. So notice if you're rolling to the inside or the outside. See if you can find the center. Find this tripod stance in your feet, and then let the toes gently come down. Bend the knees. As the knees bend, feel the tailbone drop. There's more space now with the knees bent, and the navel, the belly button, just slightly pulls in and up. So this protection of the low back will start to allow for the chest to now open up. Feel the heart lift up. Feel the shoulders roll down and back, shoulder blades roll down and back. The inner arms start to flip open, palms facing out. Breathe, take a nice big breath in. And then through the mouth, let it go. Again, deep breath in. So all this alignment stuff have to always come back to the breath. Let it go. On your inhale, finding the inner arms, pressing through your tripod and your feet. We'll sweep the arms all the way up towards the sky. Let the wrists touch, and then exhale. Hands come right towards the heart. And we'll use the thumbs to lift up through the heart. Find more opening in the chest. Lengthen through the back of the neck. So if your chin is tilted up, bring it down. And feel the back of the neck lengthen. Shoulders are nice and heavy. Breathe in. And then exhale, soften. Soften through the knees. And then reach up through the inner arms. Take a nice big breath in. So we're starting to move. Exhale, hands come right back to the heart through what they call sun salutations, our salute to the sun. A nice flowing practice that allows you to move with your breath. Take an inhale here. Exhale, release. Inhale, reach up. Maybe even look up this time. Wrist touch. Exhale, hands come right back to the heart. So we'll add on. Take a breath in at the heart. Peel open. Press through the feet. Exhale, soften. Inhale, rise all the way up. This time on your exhale, like you're lifting up and over your hips, you'll start to take the arms forward, bend the knees, and bring the hands down towards the ground. So if the hands don't touch the ground, no worries. You can always just bring your elbows right to your upper thighs. So elbows here, or hands on the ground with bent knees. Let your head drop down. And take a couple of breaths here, just to find this in your legs. So we're releasing the head, playing with maybe pressing into the heels, splitting the left and the right sit bone apart from one another, widening out that pelvis. And then exhale, folding deeper. And then on your next inhale, walk your hands to your thighs if they're not already there. Hug your elbows in. Scoop the belly in, start to feel that tailbone lengthen. And then on your inhale, reach the heart forward. Feel the shoulder blades hug together on the back. Look down. Back of the neck is long. Use your thighs to press into the thighs. Feel your inner thighs roll back, splitting open those sits bones. Take one more breath in. And then exhale, bend the knees, fold it all the way down. Nice, set those hands up on the ground and step yourself back. Both feet come back. And then lower the knees down. Walk your hands so they're right underneath the shoulders. We're moving into a modified plank pose. We'll cross at the ankles and send the heels towards the bum. Really roll open through the heart. Use the inner corners of your hands, so the thumb and the pointer finger press into the mat, and the inner arm hugs towards the center line of the mat. Shoulder blades hug on the back, belly hugs in, heart forward. So you're like a plank, this flat board. On your exhale, hug your elbows in, and in one piece we'll come halfway down. Inhale, press back up. Exhale, halfway down. Heels hug in. Use your breath. Inhale, press back up. Belly hugs in. This time on your exhale, we'll lower all the way down to the belly. Keep those elbows hugging in. Come down. Start to find the tops of your toes. Release the feet down. Feet are hip-width distance apart. Really reach the toes back towards the back of the mat and press through the toes, including the pinky toe. So super glue them down. And then find your hip bones. Press into the mat with the hips. Pull the belly in. Start to, as if you're dragging your heels of your hands back. Roll the heart open as you lift up, elbows hug in. Baby cobra, baby back bend. Back of the neck is long here. Press through the toes. Take one more breath in. And then exhale, release. Nice. Take a breath in to tuck those toes. Hug your elbows and use the belly, and we'll press all the way up to our hands and our knees. Walk your knees underneath the hips. Tuck your toes underneath you. Find the pointer finger and the thumbs again on your hands and really press down and feel the inner arms hug together. And finding some cat-cow. Inhale, tailbone scoops up, heart rolls forward, open throat, shoulder blades come together. Exhale, belly drags in. Really use the ground to press out of, to widen, peel the shoulder blades apart, chin to chest. Again, deep breath in, coming forward. Exhale, navel draws up and in, widening out. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, drag the belly up and in. And then take your time here, knees wide, big toes together. We'll sink it back into child's pose. Hips sink down as far as they can towards the heels. The elbows walk out and the forehead comes all the way down. So give yourself a moment to come back to your breath. So in yoga, we work on this, they call Ujjayic breath, meaning warrior breath, which is essentially just breathing in and out of the nose. Connects to a different energy source in the body. And so you can work on starting to find that. But never feel the need, if the jaw is super tight, that you have to keep that jaw clenched and the lips closed tight because you're breathing in and out of the nose. If you need to, you can let the jaw go, let the mouth open. You can take a breath out of the mouth or in the mouth. So finding something that you can soften into. And take one more breath here. And then when you're ready on your inhale, peel back up. So we'll make our way now into downward facing dog. Walk your knees back underneath your hips. Tuck both toes underneath you, and then take your hands and walk them forward one step. Lean your sits bones back towards the heels. Start to really press into the inner corners of the hands again, and then we'll scoop the belly in. Pick the knees up, and like you have a tail and somebody's lifting you up from the tail, send the hips up and back. So when you land here, give yourself a couple of petals. Woo. Crack, pop. Couple petals through the legs. So when we first come into downward dog, right, we find this rainbow back. It's usually hard to find that perfect V shape in downward dog when you've never done it before, right? Your spine, your body just doesn't know how to do that yet. So taking your time to find this one, and I'll help you out here. So we'll find some tips and alignment cues for downward dog. So everyone bend your knees, set those feet up underneath your hip points, and then bend your knees deeply. Pick your heels up away from the ground. And then like you're tilting your tailbone and your pelvis up and back, send that tailbone up and back. Find more space in the lower back. And then watch out what's happening with the arms, right? Really find those fingertips, spread them wide. Press into the pointer finger and the thumb and feel the inner arms hug towards the ears. Find your alignment so your ears are right in line with the arms. Long neck. Stay here, or maybe play with lengthening the heels down and back. Finding that same length. Press back into the hands. Take one more breath in. I know it's a lot if you've never done it. And then on your exhale, we'll start to walk our feet back forward to the top of the mat, finding that forward fold again. Feet right underneath the hips. Let go of the head and the neck. Give yourself a moment to release. Take the tension out of the body. Take a breath in through the mouth. Let it go. And then walk your hands to your upper thighs. We'll find that halfway lift again. Inhale, elbows hug in, heart forward. Exhale, fold. Let go of the head, bend the knees. And then leading with the heart, starting to rise all the way up, and your arms, inner arms will turn up, arms reach all the way up towards the sky. Exhale, hands come right back to the heart. Full circle, we made it right back to where we started. Take a breath in. Exhale, soften. Inhale, rise, leading with the inner arms, reach up, feel your tripods in your feet, navel draws in. Exhale, dive it all the way down. One breath in here, halfway lift, hands to the thighs, heart forward. Exhale, hands come down to the mat. So this time right away we're just gonna step the left foot backwards and then drop your back knee. So finding a low lunge here. Hug your right hip back, left hip forward, and then walk your hands up to your thigh. Moving right into Anjaneyasana. Low lunge pose. Hands come to the hips. Feel the navel pull and roll open through the heart. So this is definitely a balance pose, and also can be a lot of pressure on your knee. So you can always take your mat and fold it up and over, or you can grab a blanket or a pillow and send it underneath that back knee if it's too much on the knee. So to find your balance here, pretend that your inner thighs are scissoring together and you're lifting out of the spine, lifting out of the ground, lengthening up and back. Pick up the front of your throat. Oops. Pick up the front of your mic problems. Pick up the front of your throat and lean back. And then for one breath, take the arms all the way out towards the sky. Shoulder blades draw down, long back of your neck, right hip hugs back, left hip forward. And then exhale, release, hands come down. Staying on this side. Take that back knee and lift it off of the ground. Walk your left toes, swivel them out towards the side and line up your right heel with the arch of your back foot. And then use this thigh, crawl all the way up, and we'll come right into Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2 pose. Sinking into this front knee, turning those back toes at a diagonal towards the top left corner of your mat. And then feel the inner thighs hug together as you lift out of the ground. So take those arms out to either side. For this one today, we're gonna open up the palms towards the camera, or towards your screen that you're watching this on, and roll open through the heart. And just notice this back hip is gonna wanna fold in. Press it back. This front knee is going to want to fold in. Press it open towards the pinky side edge. Maybe sink the hip points down lower. Inner thighs hugging together, lifting out. You're doing a great job. This pose is hard. Whether you're a beginner or not, there's a lot going on. So let yourself find the breath here. Maybe let it go through the mouth to get rid of some of that steam. Holding the Iyengar style, just for another breath. And then on your exhale, nice job, cartwheel the hands all the way down. Hands come down to the mat, and we'll step it right back to that downward facing dog. Right foot steps back, feet hip-width distance apart. You can bend your knees, stick the tailbone up and back. Press into the inner corners of your hands. Line up the head with the forearms. Take a breath in, and then on your exhale, we'll step the left foot forward in between the hands and drop the back knee. Walk it right up to that left thigh. If you need that padding on that right knee, you can find it by rolling your mat over or using a blanket. Hands come to the hips. Roll the left hip back. Ooh, balancing pose. So in yoga, the good thing is we always even ourselves out, doing the same exact thing on each side. Really helps if you have curves in the spine, unevenness in the body. If you're super dominant on one side, carry all your bags on one shoulder. Feel the navel pull in, lift up here, maybe lean it back. And then just for one breath, take those arms all the way up. Inner thighs hugging together, drop the shoulders down, hug your left hip back. One more breath in, and then exhale, release. Hands come down. Outer edge of that left foot. So we'll do the same thing here on the left side. I'm just going to turn around so I'm not facing the wall when we get up there. Start to pick up your back knee and turn your right toes out. Front heel, left heel lines up with that back arch. Use your thigh, crawl it up. Finding Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2 on the left side. Sink the hips down, knee comes over the ankle. Press that right hip back, left knee open. Feel the tailbone, find some more space to drop down. And then lifting up through the ribs and the upper chest. Arms come all the way out to the side. Soften into it. Widen through the inner arms. Lengthen through the back of the neck, and then breathe here. So traditionally in this pose, you would look towards the left fingertips, right? But if you're just starting and it's a lot going on, you can always just look in the same direction that your torso is pointing. Maybe sink a little bit deeper and find your breath here. Are you breathing? I love yoga so much because it's it helps you just watch what your reaction is. This is comparable to a hard situation that we might find ourselves in, right? The body reacts in a specific way. And you can start to notice, am I holding my breath? Is this what I do when I'm in other hard situations? One more deep breath in here, open up. And then exhale, cartwheel the arms all the way down. Nice job, guys. Drop that back knee, step the left knee back to meet the right. So since we've been doing a lot of alignment and picky stuff today, give yourself some free form movement here. Roll through the hips, roll through the head and the neck. And one last time, we'll take it into child's pose. Knees wide, and big toes together. Come to touch. Arms lengthen out, elbows bend, forehead comes all the way down. Feel the breath and the pulse in the belly and in the low back moving up and down. And then use your inhale, come all the way back up. So today we'll end in a easy cross-legged seat. Congratulations if you've never done yoga before. You have just completed your first yoga sequence. Hands come down to the thighs. You can cross at the ankles, feet coming underneath the shins here. If this is too much, maybe just take it right back onto your back and take your last pose in that traditional Shavasana on your back. Taking a few more final breaths and moments here just to let your body soak in everything that we've done. Sometimes this is the most important pose in the whole class, right? To just be like, whoa, what just happened? Let yourself digest. If you're sitting, find some length in the spine. See if you can notice the sound of your breath. And then wherever you are, bringing the hands together, thumbs come right to the heart. With gratitude for your body, your mind, and your breath, we will end here by taking one last deep breath in. Exhale, bowing the head to the heart. Namaste. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe below if you like this video. Let me know. Other than that, I hope to see you again on your mat. Even if you're not a beginner, check out some of my other videos as well. If you're a beginner, just keep coming back to your mat and find something new every time. Thanks again. I'll see you next time on